Welcome to Unit 3, which is all about the environment. Environment refers to the surroundings and conditions in which a person, animal, or plant lives, including air, water, land, and all living and non-living things. Today we're going to be looking at some new words to better help you on your knowledge about the environment. So we will get to their definitions shortly, but first let's look at the words. They are ecological footprint, climate change mitigation, anthropogenic, carbon sequestration, ecological restoration, habitat fragmentation, acidification, ozone depletion. Okay, now for their definitions. You have 4 definitions on the right, A, B, C, and D. Try to match them with their correct corresponding word from the list on the left. I will give you 1 minute to complete the exercise. Okay, so definition A captures and stores atmospheric carbon dioxide to reduce global warming. That is carbon sequestration. Definition B measures the environmental impact of human activities by calculating the land and water needed to produce resources and absorb waste. This is ecological footprint. Definition C involves efforts to reduce or prevent greenhouse gas emissions to slow global warming. This is climate change mitigation. Definition D refers to environmental changes caused by human activities. And this is anthropogenic. Okay, let's put your newly acquired knowledge to use in a practical exercise. Which word does this situation connect with? Okay, a machine that removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Which word from the list on the left best matches with this situation? I will give you a moment to think it through. Okay, so the correct answer was number 4, carbon sequestration, because it captures and stores atmospheric carbon dioxide to reduce global warming. So we are talking about a machine that removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So the word that best connects with this situation is carbon sequestration. How did you do? Okay, let's move on to a picture matching exercise. Match picture A and picture B with its correct corresponding word from the list on the left. Is it ecological footprint or climate change? I will give you 30 seconds to complete the exercise. Okay, so the answer to picture A is climate change, and picture B is ecological footprint. The B picture is very clear. You can see footprints with the CO2 mark showing you an ecological footprint. And by deduction, A is trying to show you climate change. Okay, so that is another way to complete these exercises by using deduction. Okay, let's move on to another exercise. Which word does this situation connect with? Something caused by humans. Okay, which word from the list on the left best connects with this situation? I will give you a moment to complete the exercise. Okay, and the answer is number 3, anthropogenic. Okay, because anthropogenic refers to environmental changes caused by human activities. So something caused by humans here could be environmental changes. Great, let's move on to the second set of definitions. Same exercise as previously. Match definition E through to H with the correct corresponding word from the list on the left. Word 5, 6, 7, and 8. I will give you a minute to complete the exercise. Okay, definition E, the practice of renewing and repairing damaged or destroyed ecosystems. This is ecological restoration. Definition F, the process where large habitats are divided into smaller, isolated sections, often due to human activity. This is habitat fragmentation. Definition G, the thinning of the ozone layer in the stratosphere, mainly caused by chemicals like CFCs. Okay, and this is ozone depletion. Definition H, the process where water or soil becomes more acidic, often due to pollution like excess CO2. This is acidification. Great. Let's apply your newly acquired knowledge to a picture matching exercise. What does this picture match, acidification or ozone depletion? I will give you a moment to think it through. Okay, the correct answer here is ozone depletion. Ozone depletion is the thinning of the ozone layer in the stratosphere. Okay, and you can see here the picture is about a layer in the stratosphere. It wasn't acidification, because acidification is the process where water or soil becomes more acidic. Okay, great. Let's move on to a different exercise. Which word connects with this situation? Animals are finding it difficult to travel between one part of the forest to a different part of the forest. This is because part of the forest has been cut down. Which word from the list on the left best connects with this situation? I will give you 30 seconds. Okay, so the answer was habitat fragmentation. Okay, the process where large habitats are divided into smaller, isolated sections, often due to human activities. Okay, so the animals are finding it difficult to travel because part of the forest has been cut down. So large habitats have been divided into smaller, isolated sections, which is why the animals are finding it hard to travel between one part of the forest to the other part of the forest. Great. How did you do? Did you get it right? All right. Well done if you did. Don't worry if you didn't. Let's give it another go. Same exercise as previously. The situation says they decided to plant trees in the city after lots of development had taken place. Which word from the list on the left best connects with this situation? I will give you 30 seconds to complete the exercise. Okay, so the answer was ecological restoration. Ecological restoration is the practice of renewing and repairing damaged or destroyed ecosystems. Okay, so development had destroyed a lot of plants and trees, so they destroyed ecosystems, and they have decided to plant new ones in the city. Okay, so ecological restoration.